When do you see yourself getting married?
Like 50 years. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Jersey sales went up.
The biggest thing an athlete can do is date like a Kardashian.
Well, who hasn't?
We had to date a fucking pop star. Who are you picking?
Ariana Grande.
And you'd be the next Pete Davidson. Put some black eyeliner. You're already skinny.
Yeah.
Pocket pussies save men from being monsters.
Y'all be using y'all phone or y'all like use laptops?
I've always used laptop. I'm bougie as f. Here's my spiel, okay? On your phone, you can see one video at a time. I have a fucking gallery I can pick from, bro.
It's going both ways.
Yeah, because I'm Asian, right? It's perfect.
Let's go.
What's up, Justin?
How's it going?
Dude, it's going. I fucking hate the traffic here.
Welcome to Charlotte, bro.
So what highway was I on? 480?
485, yeah. Comes from the 336 to the 704.
Jesus. If you guys didn't know, this is my good friend Justin here. And Justin is... Wait, hold on. Let me lower this shit. Why is it so loud? Am I just loud? I think I'm just a loud person. There we go. Justin has his own podcast, Podheads. And I was a part of the podcast. What episode were they?
Episode 9, I want to say. Or
I'm going to have it
7.
linked. You guys definitely got to check this dude's podcast out. His sunglass game is ridiculous, I would say.
Always wearing the shades for sure.
But here we are hanging out. I had to be in Charlotte for some stuff, and then now we're here. But also, I want to talk to you about this DJing shit, dude. So you DJ proms?
Yeah, mostly weddings and proms right now, trying to get on at some clubs and stuff like that. But
what's the goofiest thing that's happened?
The goofiest thing, man. At a prom, probably like post prom. I'm not gonna say which high school, but it was a huge prom. There was over 1,200 kids there, and at the end of it, we're cleaning up and everything, and they actually cut the lights on in the venue. We were at the Sheraton, by the way, which is a pretty big hotel. But yeah, so we were cutting the lights on or whatever. It's the end. It's like midnight. Cleaned everything up, and on the floor there's like, bro, probably over 100 airplane bottles of like Fireball and like. And
this is high school, right?
Yeah, it's a high school prom. I don't know if they drank it or not, but you know, it was just on the floor, and then there's just like
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. And then the bathrooms, the cops at the end of the night, I was like, man, I gotta use the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, I had to go pee. The cops are standing in front of it, and they have caution tape on the doors because apparently some of the kids had like knocked down some of the stall doors and ripped one of the not toilet paper, but the paper towel dispensers off the wall. But yeah,
they're fucked up probably.
Allegedly. Teen
Dude,
drinking is very bad.
You know, I thought about it, and I thought we were pretty bad in high school. Cause by the way, we went to high school together.
Yeah.
But thinking about the TikToks I look at now, I feel like because of TikTok, like there's some crazy shit. Like there was a trend where they were taking out bathroom doors.
I think we got lucky because Vine was only 6 seconds, and now you can upload. I don't know how long on TikTok.
Was Vine 6 seconds?
Damn,
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
dude, Vine was lit.
And Snapchat was in its infancy. I don't even know if it had videos and stuff yet.
Do you use Snapchat a lot?
Nowadays, not really, but unless it's posted to my story.
Okay, same. I think the biggest red flag, one of the biggest red flags in a girl, is if she asks for your Snapchat before your number or anything else. And then you see the snap score and it's like 1 million. You're like, oh, how many hoes you got?
Remember we talked about Snapchat on mine, and dude, definitely the score is a red flag for sure. If you have over 1 million, that's the biggest red flag.
Let's get back to red flags since we didn't talk about it on mine. But what's some red flags you've encountered lately? Any goofy ones?
I don't know, but I feel like I see a lot of videos. I've been thinking about this recently. There's a lot of videos of people asking girls what their icks are and guys, but there's not enough of guys having their icks and girls. So like, I guess a red flag and ick are similar.
We'd be labeled mean.
Oh, for sure.
Because we're ruthless.
For sure.
It's like I've seen this. I saw this fucking video. I don't know. Barstool posted it or something, but it's like a couple that's at a club or something, and this girl brings out a measuring tape, and she's measuring his height. Essentially just to claim, he probably claimed like he's 6 feet, right?
Yeah.
And in the comments, bro, the comment section is like unmatched.
They're just going off on her.
They were just saying like, oh, now do the same thing but measure her waist. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then there was another one was like, who's going to bring the scale?
That's the scale. That's
so
funny.
Fucked up. How's life been in Charlotte, man?
It's been crazy, man. It's a lot different. I lived in Raleigh for a year, and we talked about ECU. I went to ECU as well, so I also lived in Greenville, North Carolina. But Charlotte's definitely my favorite. I feel like it's a lot more fast-paced than any other city.
It is.
In North Carolina, but just like any other city, it's growing too. So
you're doing podcasting. This is how I know you're a hustler. You're doing podcasting. You're doing the DJing stuff, and well, you're still in the industry of like what is it, restaurant industry, right?
Yeah, I still serve a little bit, but
that's a
more
tough
like,
one too.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just like it's more of a picking up here and there when I'm not, DJing on the
Yeah,
weekends.
I get that. It's it's a side hustle until the other stuff gets real
for
big.
sure. And trying to get the DJ stuff full time is like my main goal right now. And just like creating as much content as possible. So
give me a rundown. All right, let's say you get hired for a wedding or a prom, right? Do you have to come up with your own set list? Like, do other people give you a...
Well, it depends. So like with proms and stuff, you don't really meet with a client beforehand. You just kind of are assigned a prom. And this is just for the company I work for. For different DJs and different companies, it could be a different process. But for the company I work for, we get assigned a prom like months in advance. Like I have like 6 or 7 coming up next like April and May. Yeah, during prom season.
Well, prom season.
Yeah. And so with those, I won't even meet with the principal or anything like that until I'm at the actual prom, and then I'll probably meet them there. And then
it's like you have an agent, essentially.
yeah, kind of a guy who just like sets up the gigs for us, and we use like his equipment and stuff like that. So yeah, like I use my own controller, but he has like subwoofers and speakers and all that stuff.
And do they bring it themselves, or do you have to bring that shit?
We bring it. We go to the warehouse, we load up. With proms, it's a lot of like we do lighting and lasers and smoke machines and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot of production work actually. Like the company I work for, like I got hired as a DJ and MC, but we do a lot more than just DJ and MC.
Lights and shit. That's a whole nother like category.
Oh yeah, it's dope too. I never realized when I was getting into it that I was going to be that much into detail and like the production side of things. So it was really cool.
So let's say someone listening is like, yo, I want to hire this dude for my fucking wedding or some shit. Where do they find you for your wedding stuff or your prom and wedding DJ?
So you can either hit me up on like Instagram or any social media, and it'll either be ZEKE EVARO, and that'll just pop up. My Instagram's Eazy Zeke, but you can either go there or atgdj.com, and that'll have all the phone numbers and stuff like that for you to be able to hit me up and or hit my boss up to book me, which would be awesome.
Do you get requests?
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, like, what do you mean, like song request or request? Right? Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So what's a goofy song? Well, you told me about the Love Sosa one. Well, let's talk about that story too.
Okay.
So he was just telling me this before, and you can go ahead. You can tell.
Well, I had a wedding this past weekend, and for starters, it's been interesting. The past 2 weddings I've been on have had animals involved in the ceremony. So like, yeah, super Caucasian.
What kind of animal?
Farm animals. Like one was a chicken, and the one this past weekend was a pony. And it was supposed to be a pig, but I guess they couldn't get the pig involved because I guess
where were we in like Burlington?
No, I was in Clemens for the one this past weekend. Yeah,
that makes sense.
For the other one, I was in, I don't even know. I think it was Denver, so that kind of makes sense as well. Like,
bro, you had an animal in your wedding.
Yeah.
Group. What would you pick?
Probably.
But like any animal
like
is
a farm
automatically any animal, and they're automatically domesticated and is gonna do it.
A dog, probably, or any animal.
Any animal.
Shit.
Any animal. Like they're automatically gonna be domesticated.
Damn.
Just like you hired like a bougie ass trainer.
My favorite animal is an orca, but I don't even know how that would be possible.
Yeah, bring out the is orca? It's a water animal, right? You bring out a
whale.
tank.
It's a killer whale.
Oh fuck! That's stupid. It is a killer. I know what an orca is now. I'm fucking dumb. I didn't know what the fuck that was. I was thinking it was more like a seal or some shit.
That is funny as fuck.
Dude, you just bring a giant tank. He brings out the ring. He like squirts it out of his thing, and then the ring pops out. You're like, gang, gang. It's like a football.
That is funny.
Dude, that's wild.
Flipper.
I think I'd do a lion,
Willy
dude.
Or whatever. A lion would be fire.
Lion would be fucking badass.
That would be crazy. Starts fucking eating everybody.
No, that's the part. Like that's the point of it. I invite all my haters.
The one they used the chicken in the wedding I worked in, it was funny because I have to show up and set up all the equipment early and go through sound checks. So they brought this cage out to this field to, I guess, put the chicken in afterwards. But at the time, I didn't know there was going to be a chicken in it. It was just an empty cage. And I was like, what is that? What's going on with this? Lady's walking out, and she has this little thing in her arm. I'm like, what is that? And the closer she gets, it has this pink little tutu on it. And then she sets it down. It's a fucking chicken, bro. And it's on a leash.
So funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
On a leash?
Yeah. And then
the
was
neck
like,
is tiny. So I'm like,
yeah. Well, the leash was attached to like the tutu that was around its hip. It was wearing like a little dress. Yeah, it was. That one was the flower girl.
did you get a picture of that?
On
have to send that to me.
Snapchat that I posted on my story.
That's so funny.
That's the kind of stuff I feel like I post on my Snapchat story
That's
is
so
like
funny.
DJ promotional stuff and stuff like that.
Wait, so tell me about this Love Sosa thing.
Okay, so the wedding, my roommate just showed up, by the way, so that's the noise we're gonna hear. But yeah, so the wedding I did this past weekend was super diverse. The bride and groom were the greatest. Their daughters were also the greatest, and one of them requested Love Sosa, and she was 13 years old, but requested.
It's a white wedding, right?
Yeah,
Well, it was kind of diverse, but
it was pretty diverse, but predominantly Caucasian for sure. And she requested Love Sosa, and I'm under pretty strict rules to play clean music. And this bride also gave me strict rules to play music that was clean because her daughters were going to be in attendance. And yeah, so that request I had to run by the bride, and it got vetoed.
well, no shit.
Yeah, because even the clean version of that is still like talking about just killing people and stuff, which is fun, but
I feel like the song, if it was clean, would just be a lot of pauses. Like it'd be like,
oh yeah,
hey Chief Keef, no, Chief Keef, no. And everyone's gonna be like, what the fuck is going on?
For sure.
Dude, if I had a wedding, I want like mega cuss words. Like
when do you see yourself getting married?
Like 50 years. I'm just like, I don't know, dude. I don't know, bro. The streets are getting tiring. No, they are, dude. We've talked about this on your podcast. They really are, dude. At that time, how long ago was that? That was a few months, right?
July, I want to say, or June.
Okay, so July and June. Okay, so I was already slowing down on the streets, slowing the vehicle down.
Yeah.
And now I'm almost like I'm kind of done. Like I'm more right now. I'm in a grind phase. I'm in like a mega grind phase. Like I'm talking to a few people, or like. I have talked to a few people, but it's nothing. I'm talking to some people, but I didn't say I was hanging out with them, but like funny. It slowed a lot. Like before I was, and this part I'll air out. Before, dude, I was able to like juggle 3. Like that's. A lot
also
energy.
like you just said, the grind season is difficult. It makes it hard for like to show attention to someone all the time. Relationship nowadays right now is like it's hard, bro. It's hard.
Well, I was almost gonna say if you're in a relationship, in my opinion, it's easier to grind. If you're in a monogamous, just one person, they're focused on their shit. If that's the right person,
okay,
and you're focused on your shit, like I'll tell you more later. But like I've met someone that kind of mirrored that, and it showed me like, you know, in a way where I'm like, okay, if they're really focused on shit, I'm really focused on my shit, and we meet up like once a week or some shit, that works out. Yeah, so I can see how some relationships can be power couple shit, you know.
I would want a teammate. If I was in a relationship right now, she would have to be on board with like all my creative stuff. So,
right,
like, I
dude,
feel
that's
like
huge.
Yeah, that's the issue.
Or if they're just so busy like with their own shit, that they won't even look at, you know, as long as you give them attention. It's not even worth it
at that point. If you're, in my opinion, I feel like if you're both not able, because it like I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about like too busy.
Yeah, if you're both super busy and one of them's not like busy while they're helping you be busy, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I don't know. It's just hard for that to work out, in my opinion. But
let's talk football. You just went to watch, dude. I feel so bad. Your friends in the Panthers, right?
We're all thirds, man. It's all good.
What's your friend's name?
Shad Tuttle.
What position do you play? I don't know much about the Panthers, to be honest.
Defensive end / defensive tackle. Defensive line, we can say.
The last time I watched the Panthers in a full game would have been Cam era.
Oh,
like back.
Yeah, when they
years.
had a positive like, winning record.
Yeah.
I just saw a stat yesterday that they have been 14-40 or 17-40 since they fired their head coach, who was
Rivera.
Rivera. Yeah.
He's in where the fuck is he at now? He's in another team.
Washington, I want to say, or something like that.
Yeah. The Commanders, because we can't say the Redskins because that's racist.
Oh yeah, that's what they were.
That's racist.
I couldn't remember what they were called.
Yeah, he was a decent coach. I'm trying to think. So, all right, so football. Do you know this stuff about the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce?
Yeah.
This is everywhere.
And his jersey sales went up. It's crazy because 400%. She's putting on for him. Like
she really is.
Yeah.
Dude, I think the biggest thing an athlete can do is date a megastar or like a Kardashian.
Oh, for sure. Well, who hasn't dated in the NBA? Yeah, true. True. And like rappers too, because like, oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Amber Rose. Amber Rose has dated damn near everybody too.
Yeah.
She dated like MGK,
I remember
Kanye.
That one.
She married Wiz.
Oh yeah.
21 Savage.
Who put who on in that situation? On all those, I feel like the rappers put her on because people didn't know Amber Rose like that.
I don't know, honestly. I found out about her through Wiz. To be honest, I used to be a huge Wiz fan when we were in high school. So
That makes sense.
yeah, shout out Wiz.
That fits you.
Shout out Wiz.
Wiz went hard when he first came out. He went really fucking hard. Like I haven't listened to anything. He hasn't really came out with him too much of the.
He has. It's just different, man. It's like super West Coast sounding, honestly.
Dude, have you do you ever see his like interviews or his like podcast where he talks about like life as Wiz Khalifa and having a kid in a white ass area? Bro, he was on Rogan and I watched this podcast. Hilarious. Wiz lives in a white ass area, right? Because he's rich as shit.
Yeah,
and he has I don't know why that's the system, but that's just the way it works. I'm feeling really rich right now next to him.
Yeah, right.
No, but he's in like a private school or some shit, and he picks up his kid like where he opens the door of his car and it's like smoke coming out because it's Wiz Khalifa, bro.
Yeah, and
all the kids' parents knows is Wiz, but it's just funny because he feels like he just straight up stands out.
I feel like he's probably one of the best dads, though. Honestly,
yeah, he's a great dad.
He's like super involved with his kid and stuff. I've always seen him posting him and stuff like that. So shout out to him. If I was a parent and I still continued to use recreational things for recreational purposes, I would want to be a cool dad like him and not like disassociate myself from reality.
Let's put ourselves in Travis Kelce's shoes. All right, if we had to date a fucking pop star to put ourselves on the map, okay, on the map.
Yeah,
you got to think like strategically. Who are you picking? They got to be bad, but also like on the map.
Probably Ariana Grande.
Oh, that's a good one. You'd be the next Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
You can like put some like black eyeliner. You're already skinny.
Yeah, tall and skinny for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Dude, he's dating whatchamacallit from Outer Banks.
He can't lose. I swear he can't lose.
She's like how old is he? Because she's like 22.
I want to say 21. He's like 28 or 29.
Oh, okay,
he's
that
a
makes
few
sense.
years older than us.
Okay, that's fine.
He's under 30. I want to say.
Okay, that's fine. What a goofy dude.
Yeah.
He
popped early though.
Yeah.
He was like
fucking,
he was one of the ones that like I feel like he even left SNL in his infant stages, which I don't know how much you like follow comedians.
He's still
and
in
stuff,
there,
but like I mean he's still in there, but it's more of like a casual appearance.
I agree. Oh, I'm big in comedians.
Yeah, facts. So you like Shane Gillis is my favorite.
Shane Gillis is hilarious.
Yes,
because that motherfucker is like acceptably racist. I could. It's funny. Shout out to Matt Arnold. Matt, my friend, he's like light skinned dude, right?
Yeah.
He sends me Shane Gillis clips of him being like, in a context where you don't get the comedy, it's racist.
Oh, for sure.
But it's fucking hilarious. God,
he says
what
like
did he say?
all good jokes contain true shit, and a lot of his jokes contain pretty true shit. So like
he was in a three-way podcast with this black dude, and the black dude was like, "Oh yeah," so he invited his friends over, but his house is really decorated black.
Yeah.
And then Shane's like, "How do you decorate it black? Is it like shit that you stole from other people's house?" I was like, "Bro, oh my god." All right, maybe
that was not that.
Dude, that shit is so fucking goofy. I'm really into not his stand-up, but his podcast and his clips and stuff is Theo Von.
Okay, yeah, he's goofy. Funny as fuck. I like his podcast a lot, and I like the fact that he's funny and like tells the story at the same time. Because when he interviews people, it'll be about their life and what they do. Like he interviewed a cop and like all these crazy people.
That one.
Like,
I watched that one. Yeah, that one's great.
The LA cop was like one of my favorites. But
that one and the prostitute one was sick.
Oh, I didn't listen to the prostitute one.
Wild.
I bet it's funny. I bet he says some funny shit.
Dude, he's so goofy, bro. Dude, did you see the one where he did the athlete that's got Down syndrome? Bro, this dude Theo Von said, "Yeah, we should go on a double date." And the guy's like, "Yeah." Well, I'm not gonna do that. Imagine with the Down syndrome. Okay, just add a chromosome to what I'm saying. But the very how fast do we get canceled? All right, so the guy's like, "Yeah, like let's do it. We can get some wine and get some bourbon." At a restaurant or something, and then Theo's like, "Oh, bourbon, man. If I drink too much of that, I'm gonna get an extra chromosome." I was just like, "Holy shit, dude!" He said it right in front of his face. I was cackling, bro.
I feel like I've seen that on TikTok before.
Oh fuck yeah, there's a lot of good comedians.
I feel like the TikTok game has really put me on to a lot of comedians and stuff. If you watch one video, whether it's like DJing, comedians, anything, like it'll pull up just constant stuff of that from now on. Like that guy, Oliver Anthony, that was on when you came in, we were talking about that song that's really popular.
Yeah.
He blew
I
up
do
from
fuck
like
with him.
TikTok. I saw him on TikTok anyways.
It's crazy. One video is all it takes.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened to my two influencer friends in Greensboro, 26 Chris, and How Easy. They're like massive. They're like fucking. They've been on my podcast, and it all started literally one video, and then it spirals, and then they milked it, which you should do.
Yeah,
that one video,
to.
you milk it until it starts like dwindling, and then you do other shit, you know.
Yeah.
But it's genius, and it's a wild world we're living in. Well, I was gonna say something about okay, how much money would it take for you to go do a stand up in front of like a crowd of like 100 people?
Not much, because I look.
You do it?
Oh, I used to. My first job was at the Comedy Zone in Greensboro.
No way.
Yeah. And
What? Did I know that? I didn't know that.
I don't
think
know.
So that's sick, dude.
Yeah, when I was like
I love
15,
that place.
Yeah, when I was 15, I got a job there in the kitchen. But like,
Oh, that's awesome.
it was dope. Chris Tucker was there when I was there.
Oh,
but like,
fuck, that's great.
dude, there were some good comedians. But nah, so really since then, I've been like always into comedians. But it's funny that you asked me how much it would take, because I literally have been working on like literally.
you've been writing?
Just a little bit, but it's
That's what I
like,
did
yeah,
to
I mean,
start.
the more you do it, like the more you realize how hard it is to be funny. So like, it's
Yeah.
a far way from me wanting to like go on stage right now. But like, I just started like not long
A
ago.
lot of it's charisma too. Like
Oh, true.
two people could say the same shit, and then if one doesn't, or like anti-charisma, like if it's on purpose supposed to be
yeah,
awkward.
like dry humor and stuff like that.
I did the same thing you did, where I wrote shit down for like 2-3 years, and I was just like, I'm gonna do it. Never fucking did it, and I finally fucking did it. Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
So I went on stage. First time was Idiot Box in Greensboro.
Okay.
Open mic. That was all comics in the room, and it was all white, like people, except maybe like 3 or 4 black people.
Yeah.
And my jokes did not hit, bro. It was so bad that the MC took the mic like
Damn.
early. You also
Damn.
only get 3 minutes. But funny thing, the next week, and I did like a spurt of, I think it was like 4 stand-ups within like 2 weeks. I had a great time. The next stand-up I did it at the it's like this club bar thing on West Market, which is like a hood ass area. All black crowd, same jokes. Fucking killed it.
Nice.
Killed it. This
The
dude
comeback.
Hugo. Yeah, same jokes though. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. It's just depend on the crowd.
Yeah.
So Hugo invites me, and we did Vault 816, which used to be called Silos. I don't know if you ever knew that. It's an all black club. We go in there, and it was like their first comedy night that they were doing. It was like 50 to like maybe like 80. It was like pretty packed. All fucking black people, maybe like 2 Asians, but the type of Asians that date black people, you know what I'm saying? You know those type of Asians. Yeah, they usually got like BBLs or some shit. But and that was the whole crowd, and I had pink hair at the time.
Yeah.
Too. So, bro, I fucking killed it. And then I
Nice.
got so high, but then I just fell off because life. I'm busy.
yeah.
I need to get back.
It
though.
can either go one or 2 ways, man. Like it can either
Yeah,
love or
dude.
hate you, and I would hate to be on stage and it go the way where they're not. Like how
It happens.
How I mean, like that's what creates like great comedians.
Yeah,
though,
the
too.
first time was like that for me. I was just. All right.
Was that like what was worse, like that or like? Because I've given a bad since I haven't been on stage. It's the only thing I have to compare it to for like speeches is like giving a bad presentation in like college or something like that, and that kind of sucks, especially in like front of a big class and you're getting graded on it, and it's like, bro, I just
Yo, if I'm
pulled
gonna
this
be
back.
if I'm gonna keep it 100 with
You
you,
were prepared.
I was never prepared, but I was
Oh.
always good at presenting.
Facts. See, I
Like-
feel like I didn't get good at that until like after school.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude. Like, I'm thinking about it now. There's been times that I want like who's that English teacher?
Miss Jackson.
No. Shout out Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
No, Miss Allen's class.
Oh, dude, I
I would
forgot
go
about
up
her.
presentation on some shit. Like I remember I did the Clockwork Orange, and I didn't read a fucking page, not one page. I watched like a YouTube video on it, like
Okay.
on the movie, not even the fuck. Went up there, just fucking killed it. Like,
Nice.
cause you just, even if you bomb, you make it funny.
Okay.
For a presentation. But comedy was different. And also another thing that people don't realize is the layout of the place that you do comedy at matters so much, because like how close the people are, how the lights are structured. Because the first place I did, the lights were all pointed towards me, so you can't even see the crowd. So you can either just see silence or laughing.
hear it.
But then the other one, you can kind of see people's faces, so you can kind of like adjust
Yeah.
or something, or pick out people. That's what I was doing. But yeah, I would be excited. If you ever do it for real, let me know. That'd be
Facial
sick.
expressions, I feel like, are big in that kind of stuff too. And like, I don't know. I like comedians that kind of do like good, like Shane Gillis. He does a great Trump impression, and when you can do stuff like that, that goes a long way in front of a crowd. So.
Can you do any accents or impersonations?
I cannot see. I do a British accent if I get drunk or something, but it's not even like it's not even good, bro. It's not even good.
Okay, I was gonna say one day you should. I've always wanted to do this. Where
I sound like someone trying to do a fucking British accent. Yeah,
it'd be so funny if me and you went into a bar one day and acted British the whole time, like to girls, like go up to them like, "Hello, I fancy you. You're looking very fit." Yeah,
I would be like, if you've ever seen Inglourious Bastards, when Brad Pitt tries to speak Italian, he's like arrivederci. That's how I would sound. I'd be like, hello.
My God. Oh, I remember I had actor friends on the pod, and we were trying to do skits. Have you ever seen? You know who Bobby Lee is?
Bobby Lee,
Asian comedian.
I think I saw I don't know. I saw a episode of your podcast. You interviewed somebody that was an actor.
Oh no, not that. But there's a comedian called Bobby Lee. He used to be on Mad TV and stuff. He has a podcast with this guy Andrew Santino, who's also another like comedian. Mm-hmm. Their podcast is hilarious because every time they do it, they have an acting segment. Like just on the whim and like improv. I'm like, dude, that's so hard.
Improv is very impressive.
So hard.
Very impressive. And honestly, the ability to write skits, like it's so much different when you try to be funny versus when you're just being funny.
Dude, that's true. Like, and then like, how do you write it down and capture it?
Yeah, facts. Like first day of school, when you get like 1 or 2 laughs, like you got those couple people for the rest of the year because they're gonna be like that first impression. They're like, damn, he's funny.
Dude, in high school, I tried so hard to be funny and like the class clown. I remember.
I feel like in instances where I did try to be, it definitely didn't work. But when instances when I was myself, you know, like I was funnier. But that's just how it goes, man.
How long were you in Western?
My sophomore to my senior year, but I didn't graduate there. I moved halfway through my senior year.
Did that suck? Having moved like last second?
Nah, because I moved because I went back to the old high school I went to, so I had all my buddies that I was. That's actually like. Who are my like boys that I'm still friends with today?
What high school was that?
North Davidson.
Okay.
It was right outside of Winston in a town called Lexington. I think we might have talked.
Lexington.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah,
the fight you saw in the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, the randomest thing ever.
Yeah.
Like just would you ever DJ Western Guilford?
If they wanted me to,
Dude,
I would definitely.
That would be so funny.
I just did a homecoming, and I don't know, man. Like when I was, and this could have been me, you know, just trying to be too cool in high school. But it's crazy now when I'm doing proms and like school dances and weddings. Like I'm reluctant to get people to like want to dance, but at the same time, because I don't want them to be out of their comfort zone, but I also want them to have a good time. Because I remember when I was in high school, I don't want to go
awkward as shit.
Yeah, you don't want to go dance in front of a lot of people, but at the same time, it's like, bro, if you just go out here and have a good time, like.
So you go out?
Oh, dude, I participate with the crowd. That's like my favorite thing. Like I grab the mic and I'm like, if it's a song that there's a line dance, like the Cupid Shuffle or something, I'm just guiding people through it. But if it's like a song that's like a build up to, I'm like, all right, hands up. You know what I'm saying? Like just trying to build stuff like that.
You know how many 17-year-olds probably have a picture of you in their room?
At the end of proms, I have people come up to me and they're like, can we get a picture? And then weddings, they're like, we want business cards and stuff. But like,
Like all those girls with braces are like, oh my God.
Yeah,
so
right,
hot.
dude. It's honestly like proms. I'm like on the stage and I don't even like. If there's a stage, I'm on the stage, but I try to just stay in front of the crowd. But if it's a wedding, I definitely go out in the crowd and dance around for sure.
Dude, that was the danger in Europe. When you're in Europe, bars allow 18 and up. Mm-hmm. So you'll hang out with someone, say hi, what's up, blah blah blah, and then they're like, I'm like, how old are you? And it was like 18. I'm like, what?
And also the drinking age there too is like.
18? Some places can be a little lower.
Yeah, but most of them there are like 16 to 18 or whatever. So it's like they're drinking, and here it's like the drinking age 21. So you're already under the pre-consumption.
I can't imagine talking, like hooking anything with an 18. That's just gross. You just got out of high school. You might still be in fucking high school. That's weird. Yeah. And then also, I just recently found out that I think over the summer, Japan changed their age of consent rule from 13 to 16. It was 13 back then, bro. 13.
That's insane. First of all, that is 13, but 16 is still pretty crazy too, especially because like.
Well, that's what it is in some states in America.
Are you shitting me?
A few like the really shitty ones, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's still 16.
I didn't know that. I guess I don't know.
I thought it was 18. I know in North Carolina. Yeah, I know in North Carolina it's 18 is the normal consent, and then 16 there's a rule of 4. So you can go up to 20 apparently. How do I know this? I had a whole fucking podcast. I had a whole fucking podcast breakdown on this shit. Who did I talk to about that? I had a guest on and we were both like baffled. I just started researching. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's a wild world. Also, my last podcast, we talked a little bit about it too.
That's funny as fuck.
Reoccurring theme.
13 is an insane age though.
Dude, I can't. What were you doing at 13?
I was skateboarding and wearing Monster Energy t-shirts.
Oh, that goes hard, bro.
And I was racing dirt bikes. It's funny because when I was younger, I was always into music, but like I never wanted to do stuff with music. Right. I wanted to be like Rob Dyrdek or Travis Pastrana or something.
Dude, Rob was the man back then at that era.
Oh, because of like
Factory
I was about to say Fancy Factory, Robin Big and all that.
Big,
and then like there was games that he was on called like EA Skate and stuff like that that were fire. So no, I wanted to be like them. I shit you not, I used to have probably like 7 or 8 different color Monster Energy t-shirts. Like, and I had the long
Your
ass
wardrobe was
hair,
like
bro.
Monster, Fox,
fucking. You think I'm playing,
DC.
bro? Like you go to my Facebook.
Remember that?
Yeah, if you go to my Facebook page, that's all you'll see.
So funny, dude. At 13, I was beating the shit out of my meat like all the fucking time. I'm not joking, bro. Have I ever told you the story of when I fell asleep beating my meat?
No,
like this was a reoccurring thing, dude. I would go so at nighttime, right? Let's say I'm fucking gaming. I'm like 13, so Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2. I'm playing all fucking night. Like I'm sneaking it because my parents find out I'm getting my ass beat, right? So I'm like low, like volume down, playing, blah blah blah. Whenever I get mad, I'm like, oh, because I can't make a fucking sound. Then I stayed up to like 4, right? So I'm like fucking tired. School's at like fucking 8.
Yeah.
So I wake up, go to school, like I barely fucking slept, and I'm dreading school. The whole day I'm just thinking about going home to beat my meat and playing Modern Warfare 2.
The whole day you're sitting in math.
No,
she's like, y equals mx plus b. You're like, nah, y equals mx plus d.
Yeah, exactly. Thinking about the teacher, thinking about everybody at that point. I'm looking at fucking watermelon like different. I'm so
daydreaming about that.
So I would do my homework in class, like in other classes, to just not have to worry about it when I go home. So I go home.
So you could just get straight to it.
So I go home. This has happened like more than 5 times. Okay, I'm not fucking. I'm not bullshitting. This happened probably like, if I had to guess, like 12. Yeah. 12 times. I'll go home. I'm tired, so I lay down. I'm like, but I want to beat my meat because I'm a horny fucking 13-year-old kid, you know. So we just discovered that porn's free on the internet. Yeah. So I had my like shit laptop at the time. What was probably a Dell or a
bro? Mine was like I had to attach the CD reader to the laptop. Like it didn't even.
Fuck,
that's how old mine was. Yeah.
So I whipped that shit out. Kids these days won't know, but start watching. God, at that time, I don't even know if I knew what the hub was. I might have been watching like clips.
I think the very first time I looked up porn, I think I just looked up porn.com or something like that.
Dude, I used to watch YouTube.
Oh, yeah, just naked boobs or something.
No, so like YouTube wouldn't have like full nudity, but they would have videos of girls in cars, and the cars would move really fast and their titties would fly out and shit. Yeah, dude, I used to watch the shit out of that, bro. And then, so I'm beating my meat, laying down in my bed, right? But I'm so fucking tired, right? I'm so tired. Bro. I just toast off and I go to sleep, and then I wake up and I'm flaccid with the laptop still up and the content still up. Then I continue to be my meat,
just straight back
and then play Warfare 2 and repeat the cycle.
But he was,
yeah,
just went straight back to it.
Dude, I did that shit like it was my job.
That was
bro.
A crazy dream. So wait, like after you were done, you just like dozed back off.
Right, bro. Nothing's hornier than a 13-year-old boy.
Shit,
I'll tell you that much.
Give me a couple shots. I could. I might rival that for real with you.
What was the first time you ever beat? Do you remember?
Shit, I don't remember the first time. I just remember.
Your roommate probably hates me. I'm so fucking loud.
He's probably like, "What the fuck? This podcast about?"
Talking about fucking beating our meat.
Yeah, when we were 13. But nah, shout out to Cam though. He got nothing to do with this.
Shout out Cam. My bad. I know I'm loud as shit.
He hearing some.
That's just funny. I was watching a podcast and y'all be using y'all phone or y'all like use laptops, or what do you think the consensus is on that?
Nowadays, I definitely phone, but back in the day, it was laptop because I didn't even have a smartphone then.
I've always been phone. I don't think I ever used a laptop.
The question was, did you use phone or laptop or whatever back in the day for?
Okay, back in the day, actually, I've always used laptop. I'm bougie as fuck.
Right now, you still use laptop?
Fuck yeah. Dude, so I talked about this recently with someone, and they were like, what the fuck? You're fucking psychotic. Now, here's my spiel, okay? You whip out the laptop. On your phone, when you're scrolling and browsing, you can see 1 video at a time. Maybe 2, right? On the screen. I have a fucking gallery I can pick from, bro. I can see 9 to fucking 12 videos. I'm like, I hate this one. I can scroll.
It's going both ways.
Next page. Yeah, because I'm Asian, right? It's perfect. Getting this guy canceled.
Not even like that. Not even like
I'm
that.
fucking with you, but
Nah, see, back in the day, I used laptop because I didn't have a fucking smartphone. So, like, trying to get that fucking slow ass shit to load up took, 20 minutes to get one video to load 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But
have you ever been fucking down bad as fuck and like you're like traveling somewhere and you gotta beat your meat and then you don't have any Wi-Fi?
Now or
That's
like
never happened to you.
Nah.
Well, I see you all the time.
I say when I was probably in middle school, like in the era when I was still using my phone, you know what I'm saying? Like because I didn't have when I was trying to use my phone, but I didn't have my laptop because I didn't have a smartphone. So trying to do that,
I'm trying to think of, dude, I don't know. I'm just like bougie with it, bro. I'm bougie with my shit, bro. I make it like an event every night.
Lights a candle, makes a nice dinner.
Dude, I whip it all out. My podcast listeners know I did a whole podcast on buying sex toys.
I've never even been to like a sex store besides like Hot Topic. I've seen like sex stuff in there, but I've never been to like Adam and Eve or anything like that.
I went to Adam and Eve with my ex, but the sex toys now, bro, are just Amazon.
That probably makes me sound like a mega virgin too, saying that I haven't done anything.
He is a virgin, by the way.
So I haven't been to one of those because I haven't had sex.
So every girl sign up in his DMs if you guys want a chance at taking his virginity. We'll do a raffle.
Yeah, we'll do a giveaway.
We'll
do a fucking giveaway, yeah. Instead of,
his e-card. But I was going to say, dude, I want to normalize fucking male sex toys.
What do you mean?
That's my mission. Because you know how like girls can use
pocket pussy?
Any of them. Pocket pussy, fucking like Blowatron, whatever the fuck those are. Like crazy shit. I've seen some preposterous ones on Amazon.
I feel like the only male sex toy I knew existed and probably did existed when I was growing up was those blow-up dolls.
Oh, the blow-up dolls?
Yeah, I didn't know about a pocket pussy until I was probably like 18 or 19.
Oh, we bought one for spring break, high school spring break, for shits and giggles.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be for someone's birthday.
But like, I mean, the ones that you get, like, blow up dolls just doesn't make sense.
Does it come with instructions?
I don't know. I just know like the actual concept of having sex with something that's like a balloon just doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't feel like I have a pocket pussy. That shit feels real. That other shit. Hey, okay. By the way, pocket pussies save men from being monsters.
So it's better than the real thing for sure.
No, it's not. But it's necessary. If I didn't have a pocket pussy, I would be like tunneled vision when I go out, like just looking, Yeah. And then I just, before I go out, and now I'm not worried about girls. And then the girl that I am worried about. Yeah, I got a fucking pocket pussy, bro. Now I don't even date. I don't even talk to anybody. I'm just grinding, bro. Grinding with my pocket pussy. I'm like laptop up and doing work, pocket pussy.
That is funny as fuck. He said, now I don't even date, so.
Dude, but there's some crazy sex toys out there. I saw like ones where it's like full like gelatin molds of like a woman's ass and then their pussy.
Edible or like, what do you mean?
Oh, that would be wild. No, just a fuck.
Oh, so it's like okay, the material is like gelatin, but it's not
it's
okay.
like a
silicone
rubber.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I thought you meant like
ones,
a gelatin, like
you could eat it after. That'd be crazy. Dude, I've seen the fucking. You ever seen those condoms that are like flavored?
I've heard of them. I haven't ever seen them in person. Yeah,
I can't fit them. Dude, have you ever searched up a micro penis?
No,
dude. So hear me out. If you ever want to just be like, what the fuck?
You want to feel really confident about yourself, fellas who are
honestly,
average.
you feel bad for people.
Oh, damn.
Because like, dude, I heard I have a girlfriend that I'm not gonna obviously list to. She encountered one in person, and like we were all collectively grouped like, oh my god, like how does it look? We Google it, and I'm like, bro, that's impossible. Like it's so small. Like this isn't even a micro penis. It's small. It's a little like half of this, and it's tiny, bro. And I'm like, I feel so bad for those people. I feel like that's where school shootings start.
That could be where it starts from
from micro penises,
from having a little dick. Yeah.
Dude, I would, as an Asian, I would be even more sad. What's the worst thing? I thought it was weird. What's the worst thing? This cord sucks. What's the worst thing that a girl has done or said to you in a romantic or sexual setting?
I Shit.
Where you were just like off put. I'm like, the fuck?
I've had shit. I don't know. I've got some like wild stories, but
That you're willing to say.
Yeah.
That you're willing to. Or we could just be on a date. It doesn't have to be in a sexual setting.
If you could, well, just bleep this part out. What? Dildo.
Okay. All right, so she tried to use something.
She tried to, and I was like, not with the shits.
Dude, I've had girls try to put their fucking finger in my ass.
But yeah, that's I think we talked about that too on my podcast because I'm not with that either. I'm just like, stay away from there.
I feel like I'd be open to it if we talked about it before. But like, if you could just surprise Dookie, like poke, Dookie poke, like I'm not into that shit, bro.
So do you ask, or do you just go for it if you like stick a finger in ass?
I don't stick fingers in asses.
You don't?
Unless they ask me. I've done it before once.
Who would do that?
I've done it once where a girl asked me to.
Okay.
But I've never just like, surprise. Dickleberry. That would be funny though. I do a surprise with the. Did I tell you about this? The toe lick. Like so, no, like I'm fucking them sometimes like that position, and then I'll just like suck a toe just to see what they would react like. Because some girls would either really love it, like, oh my god, I like feet stuff, and some girls would be like, what the fuck did you just do? It's so funny.
You make a noise like a. Nah, chill.
Dude, I played this fucking God, what was it? It was We're Not Really Strangers. It's this game that it's like a party game that you can play with your friends. You can play with a partner or something like that. Yeah. And there was a sex edition. You draw these cards. I should have brought it. It would have been so funny to play with you. Half the shit would be bleeped. But we draw cards and then you just ask it to each other and stuff, right? And to the group. And you don't have to share, but if you don't share, you have to take a shot or something like that, right? Yeah. So there was this one card that was an action card, and it didn't matter who did it. He was like, find an object and see how deep you can deep throat it. And I drew that fucking card. And I'm not a pussy, bro. But I found out I can't be gay. Okay. Like I just or I could be gay, but I would be a terrible gay person. Yeah, I'd be really bad.
Not good at giving head.
Like maybe 4 inches, bro. Like that's pushing it too.
What object was it?
Carrot.
Oh
yeah,
I don't even like carrots.
Yeah,
either. Damn.
It was really fascinating. I now have a new appreciation for women that give head.
Don't have a gag reflex.
Oh, especially that. Or I actually have more of an appreciation if you have a gag reflex and you're willing to fucking deep, because you're fucking working, bro. Not those girls that have the blessed no gag reflex. They got it easy. We're talking about these girls that are working.
Imagine I wonder if those girls, because when I need to yak after a morning out, or even shit the night of going out, and I'm fucked up and I need to pull the trigger. I wonder if girls who
I've got my dick thrown up.
Well, no, not even that. I'm saying wonder if girls who don't have a gag reflex can't even make themselves throw up. So
no, that's the thing. I've met girls that literally can't throw up.
That sucks.
I met like 2 or 3, and it's like imagine getting the spins and you're just stuck.
Oh, dude,
you're stuck.
Throwing up sometimes is like you kind of need it. It's like relieving as fuck, honestly.
When was the last time you threw up?
The Panthers game I went to.
Oh shit, you got hammered.
Dude, I got shit faced. I was damn near asleep in the fucking crowd, honestly. Not a great look.
So you got to go on the field and everything, right?
Not that game, nah. The preseason,
have you been?
The preseason, I got to go on the field and stuff.
The area down below, like where all the fans can sit, so cool.
Oh, dude, it's fire.
So cool. I've been there, but I haven't been for football. It was for the inaugural soccer game. The first
and that broke the MLS record.
Yeah, I was there. It was sick. I was filming for someone.
I've only been to one of those, but yeah, those are fun too. Those are fun too because the crowd is like going crazy the whole time.
They're into it. Yeah. They're like, I'm surprised. I'm like, oh, Charlotte got a couple soccer fans
right?
of all people.
Right.
Charlotte's a weird place.
Very interesting melting pot of like redneck, really hood, and there's also like some Latina and Asian roots here.
Yeah, yeah. It's almost like a simmered down version of Atlanta. Have you ever been to Atlanta?
I've been once when I was really young.
Some of the weirdest shit, bro. My friend in Atlanta was telling me this story about how like he's casually out at the bars, and we went to the same bars that he's witnesses. A squad of like hood ass black dudes, right, with a baby goat, just at the bars, like casually. Like, what's good?
Like holding it?
Yeah, like just chilling with their baby goat. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like this is weird.
In Greenville, when I was at ECU, we saw motherfuckers ride horses to the bar. I haven't seen. Actually, I feel like I might have seen that here too. To be honest with you, in Uptown, I feel like it might have been some cops on some horses, but I feel like I've definitely seen people on horses in Uptown before here.
Dude, that's kind of badass. Could you imagine back in the day? That's how they had to like actually like
dude,
go around?
Imagine trying to get to fucking like your drive from Greensboro to Charlotte would have taken you like a couple days or probably
My
all
ass
day.
would be red from riding that fucking boy.
I wonder how long that would take on horse. You think you would be able to make it that in a day? That's 2 hours by car. I don't think a horse can run faster than like 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe 30. And not for, maybe for a while. I don't know, man.
Could you imagine an Uber service back then?
Of horses? Or like a horseback ride?
Yeah, horseback ride. Just hop on, just 3 shillings.
Hop on, what do you got to trade? Like,
ooh, this is Uber pool. You're going to have to ride with 3 other people.
yeah, right. And
is this an XL, sir?
It's a fucking mini horse. Like,
yeah, it's like a pony. Sorry, not the smart car horses.
Yeah, it's a Tesla. It's better mileage. Like,
Yeah, it's a Tesla. This is economical. Honestly, why are we moving towards that if we're so worried about the like environment?
Well, like in movies like I Am Legend and shit like that, they damn near go back to, well, he's in that fucking like Mustang, and I'm trying to think. There's a movie I feel like where it goes back in time, but it's in the future, where they're like,
ooh.
Where they're, well, it goes to the future, but it like goes back because it's like a nuclear war, like the Book of Eli. Like,
oh, I have seen that.
And they're like
yeah.
scarce on water and shit.
I do remember that.
Could be going back. Like, what if we did go back to like all old shit? Like, if a nuclear war happened and we went back to the like
we can't use actual normal tech because there's no electricity. There's none of that shit.
we had to barter. Like, they were trading in that movie like books and stuff for water.
What would be the next like
trading?
Trading,
Thing?
yeah.
Shit.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
it goes like
How lit
Pokemon.
would that be? No. It's got to be something that It's got to be something that can't be perished. Because like you can't trade. Well, you can trade food, but I'm talking about like for like currency, but something valuable though.
I don't know, man.
Jewelry?
I don't think we're prepared
No.
for that. We're not prepared for that because we are lenient. Like, we're trying to go like no paper money in general. We're trying to go all to tech. So like,
What would be a funny currency though?
a funny currency,
Like chains. But then like fucking the richest people are like Lil Wayne. He's got like so much fucking
Dude,
currency.
yeah, that would still be, the rich would still be rich.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, it's gotta be funny. Like we gotta do a swap. Let's see. What do a lot of poor people have?
Bad credit.
Yeah, that's it. We trade credit.
Yeah, we just like whoever has the worst credit can get.
Like, they're
like,
at the top.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they'll probably be back at the bottom pretty soon.
Yeah, if you ask someone, with like really severe political views, they might think that times are like that. They're like, that's all the the liberals or all the right won'ts or whatever, whatever side you're looking out for, you can twist.
I'm trying to think of what else like poor people like have so that they would be able to trade to be at the top. Like missing teeth, like
Missing
you could trade your
teeth?
teeth.
Damn.
I'm trying to think what.
Associating missing teeth with poor people.
I'm talking about like dirt poor boys.
Nah, what's crazy is
Yeah.
the amount of like homelessness that is in Charlotte,
Yo,
and like
yeah.
and the crazy like just like the crazy stuff you see homeless people do, and it's just like, man, there's almost no help for you. Like, you want to help, but at the end of the day, is there really help for like what can one person do?
I'm gonna be honest. I stopped giving money to poor people since I was like 13 or 12 because I saw a dude use the money like the same night that I gave him earlier going into an ABC store. So I was just like,
And then like a lot of times, like people coming up to you that are asking for money always have some like crazy story, and I'm
I hate that shit, boy.
I'm just like, bro.
Dude, we should do a skit like that. like I come up like, hey, it's always like they're running from like across the parking lot. It's like Walmart or some shit. Hey.
Always out of gas.
God bless you, man.
God bless you.
God bless you. This is we're in the South, so it's like God bless you. I have 2 kids, a wife. They're in the car, and we're at a gas. We're on our way to Georgia.
Yeah,
and we're
see
just
family.
at gas and see family. Like, and then if you give them money, God bless you.
I never have cash on me now because I either have to use my card or my phone, so that's kind of a blessing. But then nowadays they'll be like, you can just Venmo or Cash App me. I'm like, motherfucker, how you got Venmo or Cash App? Dude? And I'm like, no,
Exactly.
Fuck no.
Have you ever seen a hot homeless person?
I've
seen one.
See, I don't know, man. Maybe because like, I don't know, probably.
I wonder
I
what
can't think about the top of my head.
if you were to get. Okay, by the way, I'm not a piece of shit. I give food to homeless sometimes, not always though.
Not always.
I'm pretty poor myself. As I sit here in a podcast talking to you in an apartment in Charlotte.
right.
But I would poor people in America, for the most part, still have it easier than poor people in other places. Like homeless. Like if you go third world, you'll really understand what homeless is. Like these motherfuckers in the mountains, no limbs, like climbing up to you, trying to sell you lottery tickets, bro. Like that's in Vietnam.
At the end of the day, there are jobs out here and stuff. It's not like there's no jobs nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not be the job you want, but like,
yeah, I met this one
jobs out there.
I met this one guy. I don't remember his name. He was in one of my vlogs. Because on my birthday vlogs back in the day, I stopped doing these. But you know how you get sent like coupons for your birthday for like food, like it'd be like Jimmy John's or like some shit.
Yeah.
I would never use them all, so I would just get them, and then for my birthday, I'd just give it to homeless people.
Yeah.
And I would film it. Obviously, you know, clout, whatever. I don't give a fuck. But it was fun, and homeless people get to eat, so fuck you. But so anyway, so I would do that, and I remember meeting this guy. He didn't want to be filmed on camera, so like I just filmed like just the audio, and he was down bad, and he wanted to get and this is true proof that if you really want something, you could still get it. So like he was down bad. He told me his whole story. We were at like Krispy Kreme. I gave him like some donuts and shit, and he's like pretty stand-up guy telling me the story about how he got homeless because he pretty much got fucked over by his like baby mama, some shit like that, some crazy shit, right? And he was like, but I've been making calls, I've been trying to get a job bussing at any of these restaurants on the street. And the very next week, he got a job at the restaurant I was at. I think it was Smoky Bones in Greensboro. Like he was just a busboy.
Oh,
I saw him. I didn't say hi, but I saw him from a distance, and I was like,
Nice.
"That's great.
Hell yeah,
dude."
I saw in Cary there was a dude, the exit I used to take when I worked at Ruth Chris. Every single day for a couple.
Ruth Chris.
Yeah,
That's funny.
For a couple months, I saw him on this exit I would take like right when I would get to work. And one day my manager went and offered him a job, but he turned that shit down, bro. He was like,
"Wow."
Yeah, I don't know what he offered him a job for. I'm sure it was like a dishwasher or something like that position, but he offered him a job nonetheless. And the guy like straight up said, "Nah, like I'm good."
Yeah,
I don't know if
making $14 an hour out in these streets, boy.
He's like, yeah, I'm out here finessing these fucking rich white people in Cary, bro.
Oh, dude, Cary, if you're homeless in Cary, bro.
Yeah, you're probably living better than I am.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, pretty sure you're more rich than us.
Nah, for
Cary's
real.
nice, bro.
It is.
You worked at the Ruth Chris in Cary. Mm-hmm. That's a bougie Ruth Chris. Then.
It was very bougie, and it was right across from like this.
I like Ruth Chris.
Yeah, they were right across from this like spa hotel situation. I forget the name of it in Cary, but yeah, J. Cole came in there one time.
What?
Yeah.
Shout out to J. Cole.
Took care of like the Duke's men basketball team and shit all the time. It's kind of cool.
Damn, that's crazy. Is he a Duke fan? I didn't even know.
I don't know.
Probably.
I mean, he's from North Carolina, so maybe.
Makes sense, yeah.
Shout out J. Cole.
And Fayetteville.
Shout out
The
Vietnam.
worst place ever. Have you ever been there?
Dude, I've drove through there, but I've recently encountered a few. Right, I've encountered a few people from Fayetteville, and a lot of them are the same.
All right. Let's give a
I met
list.
some gems though. There's some diamonds in the rough, but
Let's give a list. All right, best places and then worst. Oh, dude, I need to switch this cord. But best places and worst places in North Carolina. All right, best places.
Best places.
Just overall, like everything, like just.
I'll put Raleigh and Cary and all that. And
I'm gonna throw Charlotte in there.
Yeah, I'm putting Charlotte up there too. I'm biased, but Winston-Salem. I like Winston-Salem.
You like Winston?
Yeah, just because I got family and stuff there.
I could put Winston. If I put Winston in there, I would put Greensboro because I think they're about pretty equal to me.
True.
Now, worst place is Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
Lumberton. You ever been there?
Lumberton, nah.
Fuck, dude, them Lumbies are wild, bro.
Lumbies.
Yeah, Lumbies is it's an actual Native American tribe.
Damn.
And it's in Lumberton, and they're dude, the highest crime rate I think.
And North
In
Carolina.
Lumberton, yeah, per square capita. I don't know about now, but where else?
That's crazy.
Kingston's bad.
Kingston is bad. Greenville's pretty bad, but like if it weren't for ECU, it would be worse. But like Greenville's, like it's really still not much.
I'm trying to think of that one. Wilson's bad. I'm trying to think of this one place that I went to. Like
we can put Lexington up there, even though it's like,
pretty bad.
It's not great, but
High Point is bad.
High Point is pretty bad.
Bro,
too.
High Point is so bad that the university has 4 gates. Like you get security just to get in there.
Crazy how bougie that university is too.
Yeah, it's in the middle fucking. Well, that's probably why they could afford it.
Yeah, right.
Put it there.
Yeah.
It's like dumb.
It's a private school though, isn't it?
Mega private.
Mega
Dude, it's so bougie. Honestly, I feel like if you go to High Point University, and this is a straight call out to all the motherfuckers that go there, it's gonna take you longer to grow up because me and my dad had a work job there once a long time ago, back when my dad was still working. He's retired now, but he had like some plumbing gig there, and they have a laundry service. Their students get their fucking laundry done for them.
Damn.
And I'm like, bro, when are you gonna grow up?
Well, so to backtrack to like me going to high school too, because at Western it was the most. When we went there, I remember specifically Principal Cash saying we were the most ethically diverse school in the state at the time.
Really?
Yeah. Which is
Makes
crazy.
sense.
If you think like not like, yeah, ethically diverse. So like, yeah.
Yeah.
But I came from a school called North Davidson where I think the population was like 95% white people.
Holy
So
shit.
it was literally polar opposites.
So you were scared.
Well, I ain't gonna lie.
You locked your doors.
I'm not gonna lie. My first couple of days on like Western's campus, I was definitely scared because.
Oh, that's goofy.
Yeah, I mean, like I just wasn't used to being around that many people of different, skin color and stuff like that. But honestly, being on the basketball team helped me because I became homies with all my homies.
You're like
so,
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, right.
You're like accepted,
Yeah, right.
You're like, Travis Scott album, you're in. Come on. Everyone else like, but you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Nah, shout out to the basketball team though. So
Yeah. Okay, out of the basketball team, I'm trying to think of who I was closest with. Probably Styles. So Styles used to skate with us and shit. He hated basketball and he was so athletic.
I remember
was
the
like,
night he quit the basketball team.
It makes sense because coach sucked, but granted, Styles had so much athletic raw talent. Just if he just learned how to shoot more, like
yeah, he had an ugly shot,
amazing.
but he could yam the ball. Yeah, he could yam the ball like crazy, bro.
He's so athletic and he just wanted to skate.
Yeah, I forgot he was a skater.
He's a skater boy.
I forgot about that.
See you later, boy.
See you later.
Do you remember Josh Taylor?
Oh my God. He was in my weightlifting class, the first class I was in when I moved to Western. He was in there and I was mortified at him.
I have two wild stories. I ran into him recently at College Hill Sundries he was like, dude, and he's even bigger than he was. Like I was like, holy shit, you like look like you ate yourself. Like how is that even fucking possible?
He was already like 6'2", like 215 in high school.
But crazy. I remember my first experience with him in high school because I think when we were freshmen, he might have been like a junior or senior, right? And I went to this probably my first ever high school party, and it was with my friends Noah, Marlo, I think Ryan Ashby, like a couple of the gang, right? We're all there, and Josh Taylor pulls up. And this is my first time encountering this fucking behemoth black dude right here. I'm fucking like, I'm a tiny little Asian kid. Yeah. It's just like a fucking blacked video on Pornhub, I'm like confused. And then he goes, yo, you want me to teach you something? And we're all like, yeah, sure. Yeah. He goes outside and he teaches me this fucking wild dragon kick. Like a spinning, like Taekwondo style. Like I took Taekwondo. He did, and he just whipped that shit clean. And I was like, and he just gave me step-by-step lessons on doing that.
Probably in jeans or some shit too.
Yeah, and that one story stuck with me to now because like now I know how to do that kick.
Shout out to Josh Taylor,
dude. What a
big ass motherfucker. I remember him.
He had characters.
Yeah, I don't remember what the story was, why they were arguing, but he was arguing with somebody who was a freshman or a sophomore at the time, and yeah, he was about to.
He beat his ass?
Well, he was about to, and it took like probably about 5 or 6 people to hold him back.
Oh shit! I've seen some of his fights.
That was one of my first couple of days like at Western too, and I was like, ooh,
wake up call.
Don't want to mess with that guy. Yeah.
And that is why you graduated at North Davidson.
And that was when I transferred back.
All right, I gotta wrap it up here. Let's shout out all your socials and your podcast.
All right, so shout out Podheads at Podheads 336 across all platforms. That's PODHEADS 336 across all platforms. Eazy Zeke across all platforms too. EAZYZEKE. So,
hit him up if you want some bangers for your next wedding.
Yeah, if you got a wedding coming up or know someone getting married or have a birthday, whatever,
I'll have the links in the description too.
I do bar mitzvahs too.
Ooh, are those lit?
The chair part is crazy when they.
Do you get to wear a hat too?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Can you? Like,
I think that I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if that would be disrespectful. But yeah, if you're Jewish and you got a bar mitzvah.
What if you got like a bigger nose? Like if you got like.
Put the hat on my nose.
All right, peace, guys. I'll see you guys next week.
Peace.